Hello, brothers and sisters. The title of the message today is Returning to the Source of Life. Number 4, in Him was life. Number 3, I'm not walking the path that I can figure out one by one, but I'm walking the path that I can never figure out. But this is incomparable mysteries. What can we share to other people? What kind of testimony can we share? Can you share testimony about things that we already know? We share testimony about what we don't know. Paul said, no eye has seen, no ear has heard, no mind has conceived what God has prepared for those who love Him. It is really mysterious. And there is a gospel right there. East, west, south, and north. If every 4 directions are all blocked, I have no way out, no exit. There is only one exit going to heaven, but as the wall is too high, I cannot climb up. If I am confined to such kind of place, what should we do? Somebody has to save me. Even I struggle myself, I cannot do anything. I cannot escape. My reality when I was in the countryside, my hometown, it was really miserable and no solution. All the directions were blocked. The only place that was opened up was heavenward, but the walls were too high, I could not climb up. But someone saved me out of that place in a miraculous way. As if Mother Eagle moves her kids, He moved me to another place. Thus, I was able to go to a completely unknown world. From that time on, I walked the unknown world I have never planned before. I led my life over 80 years so far, but I could not predict about my future. The path was beyond my imagination, but they all became my testimony, and thanks to God. I could never even imagine that I would live in Daegu. Nobody imagined before, never dreamed of. This is the life of the people who received God's calling. To which country did I receive calling? I received calling into a totally different world. The Lord has said to Abraham, leave your country, your people, and your father's household and go to the land I'll show you. It means that it was an entirely different world. We also received the calling to an entirely different world. That's why we need a light. In order to see that world, this light of life is necessary. This light is the light of Jesus. That light appeared through the life of Jesus. At the last moment, the light was illuminated to us on the cross. The light that was illuminated to us before, they all had problems. Anything can create problems and criticism. But referring to the cross, nobody can criticize. Even Satan cannot do anything. Satan has nothing to do with us. Satan's work was all finished up. We received calling into the path where Satan cannot come anymore. If we stay at the old world, we'll be trapped by Satan's snare. As Satan is looking for the victim like a roaring lion here and there. If we stay in the old world, we never know when we'll be victimized by Satan. If we are trapped by Satan one time, all we have achieved up to that time before, all will turn to the vanity, turn in vain, end up in failure. We must come to the world of God's, where there is God's calling always. That world has path of calling. That path is simple and easy. Before even I read the Bible, but I was so complicated. There were too many do's and don'ts. It said in John chapter 1, verse 4, in him was life, and that life was the light of men. I wish may Jesus becomes the light to all people. His death became the light to us. May the death of Jesus that was displayed on the cross became the light to me. The fact that he could not jump down from the cross must have become the light to me. If we only know clearly that the fact that he could not jump down from the cross, it'll become the light to us. All we have to do is just look. As if Israel people look up to the copper snake, they could save their life. Like the same manner, if we just look at Jesus who was crucified and remained there, if we look clearly, anybody can save their life. We can be recovered into normal man. Our character can be recovered. If our character can be recovered, if man can be recovered into the truthful man, everything will be achieved. That's enough. Some people would say, if people's character becomes recovered, then what? But first of all, our character must be recovered. If he became one with Jesus, what can he expect more? If a young lady met a very good bridegroom, that's enough. She doesn't need to think about what will happen next. Mr. Dae-jung Kim, late president of the Republic of Korea, received so much persecution when he was in an opposition party. His nickname was a flower that never become withered. Several years passed after he was elected as the president of the Republic of Korea. People asked him, why don't you revenge those people who persecuted you so much? But he said, I met Cinderella. I don't need to revenge now. If the prince met Cinderella, that's enough. But people always want to do something more. We have to revenge. We have to do something. That's why the world became so chaotic, a lot of conflict. If we met Jesus, that's enough. We became one with Jesus. We have received Jesus as our bridegroom. That's more than enough. Those people who have never experienced mysterious things, they'll repeat the same old things over and over again. Those people who received calling from the Lord, they are really, really blessed people. In this world where people received calling from the Lord, there is the clear path. If we follow through this path, we can meet the Lord, and then everything is okay. If we can meet the Lord, everything is A-okay. Can a married woman desert her husband at the hell? And will she go to heaven alone? Once they are tied together with wedlock, it's impossible. As she met their destiny, she cannot do that. We are married with Jesus. We must die together with him and live together with him. That is our destiny. If you don't take it for granted, we cannot get married with Jesus. Never. Thank you. Hallelujah. May God bless every one of you. Thank you again. Thank you. Thank you.